This is a presentation of Magnitude Sports. Now, the cameras are ready, the headset is on, it's game time.
Alrighty, hi, hello, and welcome. We are here at Castleton, North Dakota, here on the campus of Central Cass High School, where Cost Field is the site for today's event here. We've got the North Dakota Softball All-Stars Series, Game 3 of 3, but before that, we're going to have the skills competition coming up as well. My name is Eric Tioxson, here with Magnitude Sports, and we're excited to bring you coverage here of this event today. We thank you for tuning in today from wherever you may be, as we should have a fun day/evening of softball here. You can see a few of the players gathering around home plate right now. Looks like they're taking a giant picture. 3:26 your current local time. 4 o'clock slated for the start for the skills competition. But before that, we're going to play the 2020 All-Stars Tribute. We'll bring you that's about a 30-minute video tribute to the 2020 All-Stars. Of course, this being the third annual skills competition event, and I believe the 5th annual All-Star event. And of course, as we all know, 2020 being the year that it was last year sort of nullified this event, if you will, as it wasn't able to happen. So we're going to take a quick step back right now and pay tribute to those 2020 All-Stars. And when we come back, we will bring you opening coverage here of this All-Star Skills event. We're going to have 4 events here: fastest runner, infield throwing, outfield throwing, and then, of course, the home run derby. So we'll be right back in about half an hour right after this 2020 All-Star Tribute here on Magnitude Sports.
All right, time now to take a look at the 2020 roster for the 2020 third unofficial annual Indy Softball All-Stars roster, if you want to put it that way. We'll just say that the team split this year because at last minute we unofficially put in a 4th game, and both the West team won 2 and the East team won 2. That is 100% unofficial. Just made that up off the top of my head. But first one on the list is Callie Schazenbach. We've seen her a few times here on Magnitude Sports. Plays high school for Shanley. Also saw her in a couple summer softball games. Other sports and activities that she's involved in include weightlifting, band, honor society, and the service club. Her favorite softball memory: when the bus was leaving our school's parking lot one day last year, we realized that we forgot our catcher. We looked back to see Maddie running after the bus while holding all of her gear. I wish I would have been there for that memory. That sounds like a really funny moment there. She does plan to go to South Dakota State University for graphic design. Callie, when you graduate with that degree, contact us here at Magnitude Sports. We could definitely use some help with some graphics. So that'd be absolutely awesome. So that she's one of many on the East All-Stars this year. And the next one here is Dallas Jorgensen from Hatton. She also plays basketball, volleyball, takes volleyball stats, CYO, and FBLA. Her favorite softball memory is all of the pregame huddles around the pitcher's mound. And then her plans for after graduation include an attendance at Mayville State University for a degree in business finance, and she'll continue playing softball for the Comets as well. So that's Dallas Jorgensen, member number 2, and these are not in no particular order. Doesn't mean that 2 is better than 1 or 2 is better than 18 or etc. But 2 of many on the East roster for your 2020 Indy Softball All-Stars. And then you got Danica Balvik, who played for the Cheyenne Mustangs She's also the boys hockey team manager at West Fargo Cheyenne, and her favorite softball memory was making it to state the first year as a member of the varsity team. She'll be going to Valley City State University, and she'll play softball there for the Vikings as well. So that is another member of the the East Side team here for North Dakota Softball All-Stars 2020 roster. Next on the list is Isabel Lennard, or otherwise known as Belle Lennard from the Central Cass Squirrels, played catcher for the Squirrels, and she also played basketball, volleyball, participated in cross country. P-A-Y. I honestly don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's something amazing. So she's also part of the Student Council, Big Brother Big Sister program, an outstanding program, National Honor Society, FCCLA, and then Science Olympiad. FCA, which is Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and the Fifth Quarter Committee, and the Jets. And then her favorite softball memory is winning back-to-back state championships for the Squirrels. She's going to go to NDSU. She'll be a Bison and study exercise science. So congratulations, Belle Lennard, and wish you best of luck at NDSU in Fargo. Next up on the East team for 2020 is Jessica Undum from the Valley City Highliners. Summer and fall softball for the FM Blaze. Student Council Executive President, Jazz Band, Fellowship of Christian Athletes are some of the other activities and sports that she participated in high school, and her favorite softball memory is winning the EDC championship in 2018. If memory serves me correctly, they won that over the Fargo North Spartans. I believe they shut them out. I think it was like 10-0 or something like that. The final score is on our website if you want to scroll back and see if I got it right or not. But I'm going off memory there. And I'll tell you this for sure. They won the game, obviously. So her plans for after graduation, she plans to be a Dragon, going to Minnesota State University of Moorhead to play softball for the Dragons, also majoring in biology, health, and medical science. So congratulations, Jessica Undum, and wish you the best of luck on the Dragon softball team. Next up is, I hit the wrong button. We went backwards instead of forwards. Josie Boer from Central Cass. She also plays volleyball, National Honor Society, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Fifth Quarter, and Philanthropy and Youth. Her favorite softball memory is tied between she has two of them that are tied. Breaking the Kindred curse by hitting a 2-run double against their rivals there in the 10th inning. And then also being a part of the team's success in winning back-to-back state titles. So I'd have to say, if you asked me to rank them, Josie, I might say the Kindred Curse might be number one. But I can totally understand why that's a tie there, because winning back-to-back state titles is something amazing as well. Her plans for graduation include attending NDSCS down in Wahpeton. She'll be a Wildcat playing softball for the Wildcats down in Wahpeton. And she'll also be studying for a criminal justice transfer down at NDSCS as well. So Josie Boer from the Central Cass Squirrels, your next roster member on the 2020 East All-Stars. And then you got Julia Solheim for the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders. Other activities, Leadership Council and the NHS. Her favorite softball memory, any time spent in the dugout before and in between games with her teammates. Plans for after graduation, which she recently graduated, so those plans are probably under the way. She's going to be up in Grand Forks, going to stay kind of close to home, go to UND for occupational therapy, and that's Julia Solheim from the Grand Forks Red River Rough Riders, making the 2020 East All-Stars, Softball All-Stars roster. Next up is Caitlin Houle, another Central Cass Squirrel, plays first base and pitcher. Church group, volunteering, and the National Honor Society, some of the other activities that she was involved in during high school. She favorite softball memory was celebrating with family and friends and coaches after they won the state championship game. Her plans moving forward include working a job in Fargo to help pay for college. She's going to be attending NDSU in the fall, working towards a physical therapy degree. So congratulations to Caitlin Houle heading off to NDSU, another member of the 2020 East Softball All-Stars team. Up next is Macy Jordheim from the Thompson Tommies. She also played basketball, volleyball, was part of the Student Council, Future Business Leaders of America. That's what FBLA means from a couple slides ago. Junior Bank Board, Math Track, National Honor Society, and North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. That is a huge honor for Macy Jordheim there, who played pitcher and second base for the Thompson Tommies. Her favorite softball memory what happened in her sophomore year with the Thompson Tommies. They were playing Bishop Ryan out of Minot, and she was struggling at the plate. Dad walked over and said behind the fence, "Sit back and drive," and then walked away. The next pitch, hit it over the fence, a home run, and the ball actually landed right where he was standing before. I just remembered thinking, there, happy now? That is, if I had to rank all the softball memories, that'd be up in the top 3 for sure, so that we've seen so far. Her plans, Macy's plans for after graduation, you going to go up just up the road about maybe 10 miles or so to the University of North Dakota up in Grand Forks and major in biology and with an emphasis in pre-medicine. So congratulations, Macy Jordheim. Once again, that North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student Honor is a huge honor for any high school student, and only a couple of them get it each year. So congratulations, Macy, another member of the 2020 East Team Softball All-Stars. Next up is Macy Weibel from the West Fargo Packers. Other activities include National Honor Society, philanthropy, and youth. Her favorite softball memory is winning state. I'd like to ask her which state, because I believe she won 3 out of 4. So maybe all 3 of them are equal. So that's awesome. She plans to attend Wisconsin Lutheran College and major in chemistry / pre-pharmacy. Congratulations, Macy Weibel, for making it on the 2020 East Softball All-Stars roster. Next up, we have Maddie Oline from the Kindred Richland Vikings, if you want to look at the co-op side of it. She also played basketball for the Vikings and the FFA. Our favorite softball memory will be playing in the state championship game in her junior year, even though they lost. I believe they lost to Central Cass on that particular year, if I remember correctly. She says that she got to play one last game with the best teammates she could have ever asked for. She is going to be heading up to Grand Forks as well, joining another Kindred Viking who is up in Grand Forks. At least last time I checked, she was up in Grand Forks. UND, major in nursing and a minor in psychology. So next up is Madison Remke. I think she goes by Maddie, if I remember right, from Shanley High School. Plays catcher for the Deacons, or I should say played catcher for the Deacons. She's also the football manager, played basketball, PCS Singers, National Honor Society, choir, chapel, worship team. Her favorite softball memory was the long bus rides with her teammates, and she'll be heading up to NDSU to major in biochemistry and molecular biology. That sounds challenging. We wish you the best of luck, Maddie, up at NDSU, so sticking close to home in Fargo there. Next on the list is, I hit the wrong button again. Let's advance one more. Mariah Peters, West Fargo Packers, played catcher and outfield for the Packers. Also participated in the National Honor Society and the DECA. Her favorite memory is winning the 2019 high school state championship, and she's going to go up to Grand Forks as well to attend UND and major in economics and also play softball. So congratulations, Mariah Peters. I know softball is one of your favorites, and we wish you the best of luck up there at UND in both sports and your studies as well. Congratulations for making it to the 2020 East Team Softball All-Stars. Next up is Maxine Ebel from Lidgerwood, a.k.a. Winemere Lidgerwood, the Warbirds. I think she may have played summer softball with Coach Lau. But I'm not 100% sure, so don't take my word on that. But she played catcher, first base, third base, multi-position player. Also participated in the student council, river watch, barrel racing. That sounds fun. I almost forgot that was a thing because I don't get out into the country too much there. But barrel racing, that's something I'd like to do one day. Hunting and biking, a couple of other activities that she enjoys. Her favorite softball memory is hitting her first home run in Castleton against the Squirrels to start the game off. It was a 3-run homer to make the score 3-0. That is a fantastic memory, without doubt. She also plans to go head down to Wahpeton and be a Wildcat at North Dakota State College of Science while earning her degree in criminal justice and playing softball for the Wildcats as well. So congratulations, Maxine Ebel, for making the 2020 East Team Softball All-Stars. Let's see here. I think we have a few more. Sage Forsyth, Hillsborough Central Valley Girls, played center field, outfield, and infield as well. Her other sports that she's played, volleyball, basketball, also involved in the NDAHS and band. Favorite softball memory was the summer championships at her local team, and her won in the 2019 North Dakota State tournament. So she has a couple of favorite softball memories there. Her plans is that she's going to head south and west a little bit to Valley City State University. She'll become a Viking. She's gone to major in elementary education, minor in Spanish, and also have the opportunity to continue her softball career with the Vikings down at Valley City State University as well. Congratulations, Sage. You've had a fantastic few years of softball there under a great coach, Corey Erickson. And Corey Erickson, a member of the All-Star board as well. So, but we promise you that didn't play a role. It was all Sage for getting on the 2020 East Team Softball All-Stars. So let's see here. Next up, Spencer Moore from Fargo Davies, playing for the Eagles. Also was the wrestling manager and it was involved in CrossFit. Her favorite softball memory is hitting the game-winning hit against Fargo North in her freshman year. Played softball, and she's going to play softball at Dakota County Technical College after, well, I keep saying after she graduates, but they've already graduated. So next up on the roster here for the East team is Torrance Nicholscraft, goes by Tori for short, plays for the West Fargo Packers, pitcher and third base. We've seen her plenty of times here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Matter of fact, there was a game, I believe it was in Valley City during the regional tournament, where I said I had a feeling something was going to happen here because West Fargo was down like the whole game. I think it was in the 5th, 6th, or 7th inning, and Nicholscraft hit a home run over the left field fence to give the Packers the first lead of the game, and they would never give that lead up, and they would knock off. I believe they were playing Valley City in that game, and I kind of predicted it about a pitch before it happened. I love it when stuff like that happens. Tori was also involved in philanthropy and youth and the National Honor Society. Her favorite memory is winning state championships, and she won at least 3 of them. So, and then after graduation, she's going to head off to University of Minnesota Morris to play softball and major in biology. Congratulations, Tori, on your success in softball during your high school career, and also for continuing your softball career at University of Minnesota Morris. We certainly wish you the best of luck. And then that wraps it up. It gets us back to Callie Schazenbach. So we'll go over now to the west side. And I'm still waiting on one name. So if there's one name I don't pronounce correctly, I apologize in advance. But we got all the other ones that we weren't sure of. This one wasn't a problem. Abby Kessel from Belfield pitched for Belfield. Also, FFA, band, and student council she was involved in while she was in high school. Her favorite softball memories are the bus rides to all the away games and winning the West Region Championship game last year. In 2018, I believe that was, when Belfield won the West Region Championship game. I plan to attend, or 2019, excuse me. She plans to attend Mayville State University to play softball for the Comets, and she's thinking either elementary education or secondary English education. Hasn't quite made an official decision on that, but I'm sure she'll excel in whichever one that she chooses to be in. Abby, congratulations on making the West Softball All-Stars 2020 West roster. Next up here, hit the right button. It's Alex Nyhill from the Jamestown Blue Jays. Pitched and played third base for the Blue Jays. Also played volleyball for the Blue Jays and was a part of the National Honor Society and Inquire as well. Her favorite memory is playing under the lights at the WDA tournament against Mandan, and she will be attending MSUM to major in speech therapy. Congratulations, Alex Nyhill, and we wish you the best of luck at MSUM. Next up, Alexis Dressler from the Bismarck Legacy Sabres also played basketball and inclusive sports. The ongoing prank war with the coaches is her favorite softball memory, and she'll be coming to Fargo and major in nursing at North Dakota State University. Congratulations, Alexis. Had a great career with the Legacy Sabres, playing left field for Bismarck Legacy, and we wish you luck at at NDSU in Fargo. Next up on the 2020 West Softball All-Stars team is Allie LaFawn from the Dickinson Midgets. Played second base, also played hockey for Dickinson, and her favorite softball memory was the water balloon fight that they had at one of the practices, probably, or the other one is the time that they invented a game of that they call softball golf, and they would always play that. I'm gonna have to make a trip out to Dickinson and see how that game is played. Maybe we'll live stream a couple matches for you. You never know. So, her plans for graduation: she's just gonna stick close to home and attend Dickinson State University, major in exercise science, and somewhere else in the medical field as well. Congratulations, Allie. We've seen you on Magnitude Sports a handful of times over the last couple years. Been a great time watching you play softball, and we wish you the best of luck at Dickinson State University. Next up on the West Team Softball All-Stars 2020 roster is Cambry Pretzer. Other activities she was involved in include sports, basketball, along with FFA and FBLA, and then winning state in 2018 was her favorite softball memory, and that was the only time in about 20 years that the winner wasn't the West Fargo Packers. We had that game live for you here on Magnitude Sports back in 2018, back when we were still doing radio broadcasts, and we had over I think it was 13 or 1,400 listeners to that 2018 state championship game where Minot knocked off, I want to say it was Dickinson, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. But if I'm mistaken on that, I apologize. And we have another Minot Majet coming up later here on the West Softball All-Stars, who made a fantastic play in the semifinal round against Bismarck Century. We'll tell you about that when we get to her profile. But Cambry Pretzer playing third base for the Majets. She plans to continue her education and softball career in Wisconsin, in Milwaukee. So we wish you the best of luck there. And I've actually never been to Milwaukee. I've been to Wisconsin, but not Milwaukee. Heard they have a really good pop radio station there. So if you like pop music, Cambry, I don't know the frequency, but rumor has it that it's been a pretty good station for a few years. So recommend checking that one out. And we wish you the best of luck as you continue your softball career and your education in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Congratulations, Cambry, for making the 2020 West Team Softball All-Stars roster. Next up is Cassidy Nelson from the Beulah Miners. Played shortstop for the Miners. She's also involved in volleyball. Leo's Club, I'm not sure what that is, but Cassidy knows. And then Honor Society, FBLA, and FCA. Also, her favorite softball memory was the bus rides with the team, and she's going to be heading to Fargo to go to NDSU. And she's thinking about nutrition and dietitian for her studies at NDSU. So congratulations, Cassidy, for making the 2020 All-Star roster. And then Emma Barta from the Bismarck Demons. She didn't play any other sports, so at least not that she would reveal to us anyway. Her favorite softball memory was winning the Western Dakota Association catching her sister. Winning WDA, catching my sister my freshman year, and then getting to the state championship. So if I remember correctly, her sister was pitching. She was the catcher. So I kind of had to look at that twice there. She's going to be playing softball at Butler College in Kansas. Got a couple friends that live in Kansas. That's a nice state. So we hope to hear from you again, Emma, and how you do on playing softball there in Kansas. And she's also going to major in psychology, so that will be a challenging study, but I'm sure she'll excel at it, just as she excelled on the softball field, to the point that she made the 2020 West Team Softball All-Stars roster. Congratulations, Emma. And Emma Pesa, pitcher in center field for the Velva Aggies. I'm not sure if they co-op with Drake Animus in softball or not, but they might. But she's from Velva, and she also played volleyball and basketball. Her softball memory, favorite one, is celebrating with her team when they made it to state in her junior season. And she will be heading to University of Mary in South Bismarck. She's going to double major in elementary education and early childhood and continue. She's going to switch over to the hard court and pursue a basketball career in college. Congratulations, Emma Pesa. We wish you the best of luck as you pursue your studies and your basketball career with University of Mary in Bismarck, extreme South Bismarck, I may add, if you've never been there. It's pretty far south. If you think you're in South Bismarck, you got to go even further south to get to University of Mary. So next up on the 2020 West Team Softball All-Stars roster is Emmy Persone from the Dickinson Midgets. Played center field, and she's also part of the National Honor Society and close-up. Her favorite softball memory is diving in a live game and getting over that fear. Or the other one was winning state championship this summer with her team for the third time in a row. And that was with the Summer Softball League. Her plans for college include heading over to Montana State University in Bozeman, Montana. She's looking for a degree in cell biology and neuroscience. That sounds challenging. And then she's going to also master in genetic counseling at some other college in the near future. So she's really got that thing planned out. And we wish you the best of luck in your studies. And we hope that you get everything that you're looking for here as you advance into college, Emmy. And congratulations for making it on the 2020 West Team Softball All-Stars roster. Next up is Erica Hermanson from Delax Burlington. I think there's a couple other towns associated with that one. Pitcher and first base. And she other activities included the Minot Storm and NHS. Favorite softball memory being the first team from the West to get to play in a state championship game during her sophomore year in high school. She's going to go to Minot State University. I believe Minot State University Beavers, I want to say. Let's just skip that part and just say that she's going to play softball for MSU and major in health sciences as well. Congratulations, Erica. Let me pull this up on my phone here because I want to get it right. I'm a big get it right person here. Okay, Grace Kandrian. Grace Kandrian from Bishop Ryan, catcher for the Lions, also played volleyball and basketball, making it to state over the years with her team, and the celebration that comes with it and all the players, coaches, and families is her favorite softball memory. Plans for college include sticking close to home, Minot State University, and major in communication disorder. So congratulations, Grace, for making the 2020 West team for the ND Softball All-Stars this year. We certainly wish you the best of luck at Minot State University as you pursue your education degrees. Next up is, now this is one that we never heard back from, and so I apologize if I say the name wrong, but Janie Savocool, I believe. I'm crossing my fingers. I nailed it. Played catcher and pitcher for Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood. Volleyball, basketball, FCCLA, FBLA, National Honor Society, Student Council. Favorite softball memory is playing in the 2015 state tournament in Dickinson. And she will be heading to Minot State University as well and pursuing studies in speech, language, and pathology. So congratulations for making the team this year, and we wish you the best of luck in your studies. Next up is Jordan Waldron from Washburn, the Washburn Cardinals. Played pitcher and first base. I believe she's the first person from Washburn to ever be nominated and selected for an All-Stars roster. So congratulations if that's the case. If not, I apologize to the other Washburn Cardinals that I forgot about. I did look at the ND Softball All-Stars website last night to try and refresh my memory. But her favorite softball memory is playing rock, paper, scissors with her best friend, catcher, and to get her mind settled down. She is going to be heading down to Wahpeton, from Washburn to Wahpeton. She's going to stick with the W's for a hometown, and it's a great city, great small city. I've lived there for about a year or so. I enjoyed it. Wouldn't mind maybe thinking about going back, but I do like being in Fargo. Anyways, enough about me. She's going to be heading down to Wahpeton to pursue a degree in dental assisting and hygiene. and play softball for the Wildcats as well. So we congratulate you, Jordan, on your studies and continuing your softball career down with the NDSCS Wildcats. I think you'll have a lot of fun down there, Jordan. Congratulations for making it on the 2020 West Team Softball All-Stars roster. And next up is, okay, I'm going to pull this one up on Twitter because when she made that fantastic catch, I was informed that I didn't quite say it right. I may have been a little bit excited, but let me pull this up because I know it's sitting here. And back like a year or so ago, matter of fact, it was September 12th, 2018, that I got this message from I'm not sure what her first name is, but she's a fan of this girl right here. And I was like, hey, how do you say her name? And it's Landry Maragos. And she had a fantastic catch in the semifinal round as Minot was a game away from the state championship and eventually won that game. And as a matter of fact, I think it was Maddie Grod from Bismarck Century took a pitch and sent it right towards center field, and Maragos goes back and just makes the judges a jump right and robs the Patriots of a home run that would have given them the lead in that game, and that would have forced Minot to battle back. But didn't happen, and they were able to hang on, defeat Century, move on to the state championship, and win the state title that very next day. We had that game for you on a radio broadcast here on Magnitude Sports. That is one of the most memorable moments on Magnitude Sports. I haven't rated all the memorable moments, but it's at least in the top 5, if not in the top 3, if not in the top 2. So she's from the Minot Majets and played center field, as I just mentioned. Also played basketball, National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, and National Society of High School Scholars. HOSA, I'm not exactly sure what that stands for, and then also participated with 18th Century Orchestra, Athletes Inspiring Action. So she kept herself busy during high school in addition to playing softball and basketball. Her favorite softball memory is, I'm sorry, Landry. I brought your favorite softball memory up before I even realized that was your favorite softball memory, but in her words, my favorite memory is running into the outfield fence while trying to catch a ball against Century High School, and then the next game we played them in the state tournament, I robbed a home run by bringing it back over the fence. Yes, you did. That was a great way to describe it. An absolutely awesome play. I don't think anybody believed it. Even the PA announcer gave you props for that player, for that play in that semifinal game against the Patriots. And she'll be heading to Concordia College in Moorhead, where she'll be looking to get a bachelor's degree in biology, pre-med, and further her softball career with the Cobbers. She then hopes to attend Johns Hopkins School of Medicine to become a pediatric surgeon. So we wish you the best of luck as you pursue those studies and that career, and we wish you the best of luck playing softball for the Cobbers since you're in Moorhead. Maybe I'll get to a couple of games. Maybe you'll make a couple more fantastic plays. Would love to see you play again. It was fun seeing you play for the little bit that I got to see you play since you're in Minot, and we don't get to Minot too often unless you get to a tournament or whatnot, but we wish you the best of luck, and congratulations on making the roster for the 2020 West Team Softball All-Stars. Next up is, well, the lady I was just talking about. This girl robbed this girl of a home run. She's from Bismarck St. Mary's, played for the Bismarck Century Patriots for softball, also played volleyball, basketball, and was part of the Catholic Athletes for Christ, assistant chaplain, and Saints for Life. Her favorite softball memory was making it to state every year of her high school career. That is definitely a great accomplishment. And she's going to be planning to go to University of St. Thomas in Minnesota. She'll continue softball and also pursue a career in the medical field. So congratulations, Maddie. I believe that's how her shortened nickname that she prefers. And congratulations on making it on the 2020 roster for the North Dakota Softball All-Stars West team. And Matea Binstock from South Hart. Played catcher, also was a part of the student council in FBLA, and her favorite softball memory was getting the opportunity to go to state for the first time in program's history, and she will be playing softball with the Wildcats down in Wahpeton at the North Dakota State College of Science. Congratulations, Matea, for not only making the All-Star team, but also making the Wildcats softball team. I think you'll have a lot of fun with NDSCS down there playing some softball. I think we have a few more to go here. Riley Stotts also did a girls swim and dive. She's from the Mandan Braves, played third base for the Braves. Her favorite softball memory is waking up to the plate with bases loaded, or walking up, I'm sorry. Waking up. Let's check.
Alrighty, we're going to bring you back here to Cost Field now as we're about ready to get underway with the first event. That's going to be the fastest runner home to home. That'll be the first competition of the day. We're going to be having 4 contestants from each, and we'll take it down to your PA announcer to announce the opening of this event.
And a third annual skills competition. First event up, we have the fastest runner home to home competition. Runners for the fastest runner West All-Stars: Ella Roldson of Jamestown, Sophie Sparrow of Central McLean, Nora Kramer of Bishop Ryan, and Sylvie Kramer of Bishop Ryan. For the East All-Stars: Mackenzie Hughes of Thompson, Noella Kritzberger of Hillsborough Central Valley, Abby McDonald of Kindred Richland, and Madeline Esterby of Fargo South. This is the skills competition, fastest runner, home to home.
Alrighty, well there you have it. Those are your 8 competitors, 4 from the West and 4 from the East here for the fastest runner competition.
The West All-Stars.
Actually, sounds like there is one change here that we're
Tara
getting
Scherhammer will run instead of Ella Roldson.
So there you have it. It'll be Scherhammer for Roldson. Roldson was the first runner at least scheduled for the West All-Stars, at least according to this piece of paper that I have here. Taking a look at some previous results in this competition. In 2018, it was Riley Owen of Black's, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark that won the competition. 11.16 seconds, and that's the record to beat thus far. In 2019, Cameron Kuntz won it from Dickinson, 11:39. Looks like our first runner is about ready to get underway. It's going to be Mackenzie Hughes from Thompson. And there she goes, Hughes taking off and rounding first. Of course, this competition just one trot around the bases, although more of a full speed gallop. And Hughes in safely at home. And that's her first trip around the plate. Each runner getting 2 chances here in this competition, if I recall correctly. So
that was Mackenzie Hughes
will get to go once, and then she'll get to go again next time around. Here's Noella Kritzberger from Hillsborough Central Valley. She's up next. Another thing to watch out for, each runner has to make sure that they touch every single base, otherwise they'll get disqualified. There's actually an instance back in 2018
Kritzberger of Hillsborough Central Valley
where a runner nearly got disqualified. I believe it was second base that they nearly missed, but they're able to stay in it. Kritzberger finishes up her first run. And there goes Abby McDonald, runner number 3. McDonald from Kindred Richland. And McDonald will finish up her first run. Now just one left here from the East for round number 1. That'll be Madeline Esterby from Fargo South.
Kritzberger was 13.08. McDonald was.
Here goes Esterby on her first run. So that'll wrap up round 1 for the East All-Stars as All four get their first run in. Esterby finishing up her first run. We'll get the times in. Might be able to hear over the crowd mic, actually. Some of the times coming in real time right now, but the official times will be announced afterwards. Here's the first runner for the West All-Stars. That was Shoehammer, who touches home on her first run.
Shoehammer of Wilton Wing.
Shoehammer. Of course, Shoehammer, for those of you just joining, Taryn Shoehammer actually replacing Ella Roltzin, who was originally slated to run first for West. Now here's Sophie Sparrow from Central McLean. That'll wrap up Sparrow's first run. You can see maybe if you look closely there on third base, she had to maybe change up her stride a little bit just to make sure that she got her foot on the bag. Nice job right there to keep herself qualified. Now here's one of two Kramers. This is Nora Kramer. Sylvie Kramer, the other Kramer from Bishop Ryan.
No, but Annie's. So that's Annie's other niece, Nora.
Here's the first run from Nora Kramer. One, I guess,
Nora
competition
Kramer
within the
of Bishop
competition to
Ryan.
watch out for. Of course, you got each player wanting the best time as well as trying to get the best times for the West or the East, as we'll be keeping track of points based on how these two teams do. But will be interesting to see which Kramer does better here. Kramer versus Kramer as well. Maybe a little rivalry going on as Sylvie Kramer wraps up her first run, and that'll do it for the first
And
round.
that was Sylvie Kramer of Bishop Ryan.
So each runner from both sides now getting their first trot around the bases in. And I believe we'll be seeing round number 2 now. It's going to be Hughes starting things off once again from
Mackenzie Hughes
Thompson.
of Thompson.
And we'll see if maybe they have stored a little bit extra in the tank here for round 2 as Hughes takes off to start off round 2. You can definitely see maybe a little bit more gas in the step of Hughes, and I'd have to imagine that'll be the case with all the other runners here, as you don't want to empty the afterburners on round 1.
Noella Kritzberger of
Solid
Hillsborough
run by
Centre
Hughes to
Valley.
start off round 2. Here's Kritzberger for the second time. That was Noella Kritzberger from Hillsborough Central Valley, wrapping up her second run around. Here's Abby McDonald from Kindred
of
Richland.
Kindred Richland.
McDonald's second run is in the books. That just leaves
Here's
one
Madeline Esterby of
final
Fargo
runner
South.
here from the east. It's Esterby from south to wrap things up for round 2 here for the east. And now that just leaves the 4 remaining from the west here.
The West All-Stars, Taryn
Sherhammer,
Sherhammer,
Sparrow,
of Wilton
Kramer,
Wing.
and Kramer. Here's Sherhammer to start things off. I'll bring up Sophie Sparrow. Sparrow from
Up
Central
next, Sophie
McLean.
Sparrow of Central McLean. Here's Nora Kramer of Bishop Ryan.
That just leaves the 2 Kramers remaining here, Nora and Sylvie. Nora will get things started here with the final 2 runners here in this first event. Now here's Sylvie Kramer.
And Sylvie Kramer of Bishop Ryan.
Alrighty, well there you have it. Those are your 8 runners for the fastest runner home-to-home competition. We'll get the results in as soon as we possibly can here, as I'm sure times are being calculated right now. Then they'll have to calculate points, as well as points are going to be assigned to either the East or the West based on their performance in these skill competitions. Taking a look at the history between these two teams, this is the 3rd annual skill competition, and it's a 1-1 split thus far, so rubber match between the East and the West. It was the West that took home the victory in 2018. It was a 26-12 win in the skills competition. Then in 2019, the East one-upping them 27-13, your final score, if you will, in that one. So we'll see which one can take the series lead here today, as well as, I believe, a chance for
Results
the game
on the
itself.
fastest runner home to home. First
Get the
place,
results
Mackenzie
in
Hughes
first.
of Thompson, 11.32. Second place to Nora Kramer of Bishop Ryan with a time of 11.86. And third place to Sylvie Kramer of Bishop Ryan with a time of 12.10.
Well, there are your
Up
results
next
right
in
there.
the skills competition.
Mackenzie Hughes taking home the win.
We have the
and
infield
she'll represent
throwing
the East from
accuracy
Thompson. Mackenzie
contest.
Hughes with the best time. And then the
For the
two
West
Kramers taking
All-Stars,
2nd and 3rd. Nora
Peyton
Kramer
Gall
getting
of
the best of
Jamestown,
Sylvie Kramer
Brindley
by
Benno,
just a
Gladys
hair.
Burlington, Lewis and Clark.
They'll bring up the 2nd
Cindy
and the 3rd
Gustafson
spot.
of Mandan, and Brooklyn Benno of
So a
Gladys
pretty even
Burlington,
showing
Lewis
thus
and
far
Clark.
as far as points go for the
For
East
the East
and the West.
All-Stars, infield
East
throwing
taking home the first place spot,
accuracy,
and the West
participants.
bringing home
Aubrey
number 2
Lindstrom
and number
of
3,
Central
and that's going to
Cass.
bring up infield throwing
Eva
accuracy
Kelbrenner of
now.
Fargo North.
Going over the
Cassie
contestants
Paycheck
here
of
for the
Northern Cass.
infield throwing accuracy.
And Krista Schanzenbach
It's going to be
of
Aubrey
Shanley.
Lindstrom, Ava Kalbrenner, Cassie Paycheck, and Krista Skazenbach for the East. And then for the West, Peyton Gall, Brindley Benno, Sydney Gustafson, and Brooklyn Benno. Those are your 8 representatives here for the infield throwing accuracy. It's going to be, I believe, a throw from the shortstop position over towards that netting that you can see over where first base is. And I believe, if I recall correctly, the scoring for this works is it's 3 points for hitting the net, 1 point for hitting the net on the bounce, and then no points if the net is missed. That is just, if I can recall correctly from watching the old skills competitions earlier on today, I believe that's how it works. And once again, going over your final results here, we'll bring you all your times for the fastest runner. Mackenzie Hughes, first place, 11:32 was her time. Noelle Kritzberger, 12:57. Abby McDonald with a 12:63. Madeline Esterby with a 13:03. Taryn Schuhammer with a 12:57. Sophie Sparrow with a 12:51. Nora Kramer in 3rd place with an 11:86. And Sylvie Kramer with a 12:10. So those are your times for the fastest runner. Kramer getting 3 points. Nora Kramer getting 3 points. Sylvie Kramer getting 1 point, so 4 points for the West. And then 5 points for the East, thanks to the Mackenzie Hughes first place finish. So 5-4 thus far. The East leading by 1 point. Should be in for an exciting skills competition if that first event is any indication. And here we're about ready to get started with the next one here, the infield accuracy test. And a nice throw right into the net to start things off. That one exactly where it needed to be. I think that one catching the net as well. Zoom in a little bit, try and get a better shot of this. That one getting in there on the hop, so I believe that'll be 2 fewer points, but a strong showing to start things off.
Lindstrom of Central
Aubrey
Cass.
Lindstrom from Central Cass,
Up
and a
next,
strong
Eva
start for
Kilbrenner
the East
of Fargo
All-Stars.
North.
Lindstrom peppering that net. Now Ava Kalbrenner will try and follow things up. Kalbrenner's first throw is on the money. Throw number 2 in there as well. one just missing right there. So now Kalbrenner 2 for 3. Now 3 for 4 after hitting that throw. That one, oh, that'll be a close one right there. Couldn't quite tell if that was on the hop or not. And it looks like that'll be it. So 5 throws right there. Kalbrenner hitting the net in 4 of them. That brings up Cassie Paycheck from Northern Cass. So a strong start here for the East All-Stars in the infield throwing accuracy. And Paycheck gets the first one on the bounce. That one in there as well. So 2 for 2 for Paycheck so far. That one on the bounce just missing. That one bouncing right into that pocket of the net. Paycheck still able to make the throw. That one on the bounce and in. And so those are the 5 throws for Paycheck.
Up next for the East All-Stars, Krista Schatzenbach of Shanley.
Krista Skazenbach will bring up number 4 here for Shanley and the East All-Stars. That first throw on the money. Throw 2 of 5, and that one's in the net. Nice start here for Skazenbach. She's now 3 for 3. And make that 4 for 4. She catches the net. She has a chance for a perfect round right here. And she got it. 5 for 5 for Krista Skazenbach. That's an impressive ending right there for the East All-Stars. Here's Peyton Gall, who will try and follow that up for the West. Peyton Gall from Jamestown. Her first throw on the bounce and in. Nice pick right there on the grounder from Gall for throw number 2. That third one bounced in as well, so 3 for 3 thus far for Gall. And now 4 for 4 as that one bounces in. And a chance for 5 for 5, and she got it on the bounce, albeit, but they'll count it, and you never know, those could add up quickly.
The West All-Stars, Brinley Benno of Delax Burlington, Lewis and Clark.
One of the 2 Bennos. I believe they are cousins from Delax Burlington. Brooklyn Benno will be the other Benno, and we'll see her as well. That first one off the mark. Interesting note right here. Looks like we got a lefty here. Not often you see a lefty in the infield, but I would certainly know as someone that was a lefty themselves playing this game. Didn't get a whole lot of action in the infield. That's all. Pan my camera over a little bit. Didn't quite get a good shot of the first 2. Nice throw right there by Benno. That one right on the mark. And that one bouncing in on the hop as well. So a strong ending there for Brinley Benno, the left-handed infielder.
Sydney Gustafson of Mandan.
Hard to say whether she actually plays infield or not. If she doesn't, then hats off to her for trying this event. That's a nice throw right there by Sydney Gustafson of Mandan to start things off. Thrower number 3 here for the West. And that one nearly knocking the net over. She got the top part of it. She's 2 for 2. 3 for 3 as her throws are pelting into the back of the net. And another nice throw. She'll have a chance for a perfect round right here. Got it, 5 for 5. Nice throwing show right there by Sydney Gustafson.
West All-Stars, Brooklyn Benno from Delax,
Brooklyn
Burlington,
Benno.
Lewis and Clark.
The other Benno from Delax, Burlington, Lewis and Clark. Double trouble here today for the West All-Stars. That throw on the hop and in from Benno. She's 1 for 1. Second throw on the way. That one right in the pocket. And now 3 for 3. Catching nothing but net right there. Benno heating up. 4 for 4, and she's got a chance for a perfect round as well. We'll see if she can get it right here. And she just got it, catching the top part of the net. So a nice strong ending right there. Brooklyn Benno for the West All-Stars. As the players will bring it in now. And we'll get the update from the scoring of this event as soon as we can. Seemed to be at least, I'll admit, I tried to keep track in my head, but I gave up on that after about the second throw from Ava Kalbrenner. So the mental math not exactly probably checking out from me right now, but at least from what I saw there on the field, looked to be a pretty even event right there. So I'll be really interested to see who comes out on top here in competition number 2. Almost said round number 2. Competition number 2 of this skills competition, the infield throwing accuracy. Of course, that not being the only throwing accuracy competition, we'll have the outfield throwing accuracy competition coming up right after that. And then to cap things off, the fan favorite, the home run derby. So 2 pretty exciting events coming up next. We have seen some pretty good softball thus far. And then, of course, don't forget,
of the infield throwing
we'll get the results first.
First place to Sydney Gustafson of Mandan with a total of 11. And then a 3-way tie for second place, all with 9. Aubrey Lindstrom of Central Cass, Krista Schatzenbach of Shanley, and Brooklyn Menno from Des Lacs, Burlington, Lewis, and Clark. Up next in the skills competition, the outfield throwing accuracy. First off, competitors for the East All-Stars. Jenna Langang of Fargo Davies, Ingrid Otterson of Shanley, and Grace Stumpf of Thompson. And for the West All-Stars in the outfield throwing accuracy competition, Paige Balliet of Dickinson, Jersey Filkowski of Hart River, and Macy Lamar from Bismarck.
All right, well, there you have it. Those are your results for the infield throwing accuracy. Now, coming up to outfield throwing accuracy, it's Langang, Otterson, and Stump for the East, and then Balliet, Filkowski, and Lamar for the West. As we're getting the score updated as well for the East and the West in this competition itself. Remember, 5-4 your score after the first round. It was, I believe, it was the East that took the lead. Now we're getting that score updated right now. Looks like the West is up to 12 points. And the East at 11. So 12-11 now. The West taking the lead over the East. We've got a good one on our hands right here. And now we've got a good competition on our hands here as well. Sort of reminds me of wiffle ball back in the backyard when you have the strike zone put up and try and making the throw from the outfield to hit that strike zone to quote-unquote get the runner out at home. Similar idea here. You have to try and make the throw from center field into that net over behind home plate, right over on that Central Cass logo. So we'll see what kind of cannon arms that these ladies have here. It'll be Langang starting it off for the East. Langang on the crow hop. That one looked like it had the strength, but just a little bit to the left right there. That one's on the line. That one on one bounce, bouncing in. That'll be worth points. I know that for a fact. I can't remember how many, but similar rule to this one. And on the bounce again, that one right in the middle. Langang with an impressive 2 throws right there. And she'll get that one on the bounce as well. One final throw, I believe, coming up from Langang. And she got it, catches the edge of the net right there. All those coming on one hop, so a nice showing right there for Langang to start things off for the East.
Outfield throwing accuracy, Ingrid Otterson of Shanley.
Here's the Deacon, Otterson. Otterson's throw on a line right there, and that one bouncing and just taking a bad break right there, sort of like me on the putting green. That second throw takes a nice bounce, and that one will drop in on a one hop, hitting the middle. Throw number 3, that one high and nearly getting there on the fly, taking a late bounce, but Boy, that was close to being a big throw right there. That one also on a line and bouncing in. So after just missing her first throw, Otterson's rebounded nicely. And she's hit her last 4. Strong showing thus far from the East. Line Gang and Otterson collectively going 9 for 10 on the
next for the
bounce.
East All-Stars, Grace Stump of
None have hit it on the
Thompson.
fly right now. You have to imagine if an outfielder was to hit it on the fly, that might be the difference maker in this competition. And here's Grace Stump from Thompson. Her first throw outside. Stump's second throw. That one awfully close to getting there on the fly. That one actually might have got there, but it was just a bit to the right. Throw number 3 taking a weird curve. Maybe not a weird curve, I guess. You could see it break a little bit. One final throw up coming here from Stump. Stump certainly has the length on the throws. She could just center it out a little bit. She might get it, and she got it right there. So a nice final throw from Grace Stump. And that'll wrap things up for the East All-Stars. Solid showing from them all around. Line Gang, Otterson,
Leading
and
off for
Stump.
the West All-Stars in the outfield
Here's
throwing
Paige
accuracy
Balliet from
competition.
Dickinson.
Paige Balliet of Dickinson.
Elliott's first throw on a line, on the bounce, and right in the middle. Nice start from Balliet. Throw number 2, that one looks like it's going to go wide as it bounces near that foul chalk. Balliet got it on the bounce again. 2 for 3. Balliet hits another one, as that one not quite as centered, but still getting a piece of that net, and that is worth points, and those points can add up quickly. Here's your final throw, and that one just catching the edge right there. Almost feel like I'm calling a pitcher right now, just catching the edge of the strike zone,
Up
but
next
it's
for the
the
West
edge of the net
All-Stars,
that she caught from
Jersey
the outfield.
Filkowski of Hart River.
So a solid showing from Balliet. That'll bring up Jersey Filkowski from Hart River. Filkowski bouncing near the circle. That one will hit a piece of the net. That one off to the right there. Almost said for ball 1. Just 1 for 2 now for Filkowski. Is that one bouncing and catching? It looks like maybe the bottom part of that net right there. You could hear clang of metal. The next throw just missing. That one tough break right there. Looks like that one's gonna roll its way, and say roll is actually only 2 bounces it looked like, and that'll catch a piece of the net. So solid showing
Up
right
next for
there
the
from
West
Jersey
All-Stars,
Filkowski.
Macy Lamar.
And Macy
of
Lamar will
Bismarck.
round things up from Bismarck for West and for the outfield throwing accuracy. And Lamar's first throw looked like it was nearly the distance. That one just missing the sweet spot right there. Throw number 2 on one hop, and that one catching that center square right there. That's the spot that you want to hit for sure. And a bad bounce right there to miss the net. Throw number 4 upcoming from Lamar. That one off to the right. So one final throw here from Macy Lamar, and for the outfield throwing accuracy competition. That one nearly bouncing its way back in. And that'll do it. So there is your outfield throwing accuracy competition between the West and the East. Some solid showings from both these sides here. We'll get the points tallied up and reported as soon as we can. And to imagine it's going to come in fairly quickly here from the PA announcer. Also got the points total for all the players coming in from the infield
Results of
throwing
the
accuracy.
outfield
But first,
throwing
we'll get the results for the
accuracy
outfield.
competition. First place to Paige Balliet of Dickinson with 8. Two-way tie for second place. Jenna Langang of Fargo Davies with 6, and Ingrid Otterson of Shanley also with 6.
So there you have it. Those are your results from the outfield throwing competition, at least the top 3. Here are the results from the infield throwing competition. It was Aubrey Lindstrom with 9 points, Avira Kalbrenner with 6, Cassie Paycheck with 4, Krista Skazenbach with 9. And
Coming up shortly,
5
the
points for Peyton
Home
Gall.
Run
Brinley
Derby.
Benno with 5 points. Sydney Gustafson with 11 points. That got her first place. And Brooklyn Benno with 9 points in second place. And now, the event that you've all been waiting for, the Modified Home Run Derby, doesn't get much bigger than this. The Modified Home Run Derby works like this. I believe it's 1 point for a ball in the outfield, 3 points for a ball behind that second line. You see that second pair of cones. And then 5 points if it goes over the fence. And we've got some solid power hitters coming up here. Already recognized 2 names of players that have hit home runs here on Magnitude. Paige Hansen from Bismarck hit a home run in midseason madness, and we've seen Maddie Buchert her fair share of times do some damage with that here on Magnitude for Cheyenne. The official lineups are Maddie Buchert, Ashlyn Diemert, and Haley Schaefer, and Paige Hansen, Madison Zander, and Taryn Schurhammer.
Paige Hansen of Bismarck, Madison Zander of Century, and Ella Rolandson of Jamestown.
You can see all the players lined up in the outfield, sort of like this is the MLB Home Run Derby with those kids that usually go and chase after the balls in the outfield. Also bringing out the net. I was watching the replay of the 2019 Home Run Derby, and well, I'll say that there's certainly a reason that they have that net, as one of the players, a few of her hits that were probably aimed for the outfield fence went straight towards the net and probably gave a mini heart attack to whoever was throwing those balls. And I gotta say, usually when you look at a home run derby, there's probably equal, if not more, pressure on the man that's pitching, as he's got to be sure to put it in a spot where those hitters like it. A lot of times you look at the MLB home run derby, you know, a lot of times it might be a player's coach or maybe their dad, someone that knows them really well. Looks like it'll be just one guy throwing all the pitches for all the players here. Maddie Buchert going to start things off from Cheyenne. And Buchert pops that one up high. That one going to nearly carry towards the outfield. That one is hit a lot farther, but will die. And no, over the fence. So poor judgment from me right there. Buchert with 5 points with that one over the fence. Buchert fouling that one off. I believe it's 10 swings here, 1 point for the outfield, 3 points for over that second yellow line, and then 5 points for over the fence. Buchert will take that one. And Buchert smokes that one. It's a line drive. Would have been a base hit. That'll be 1 point here instead. That one carrying towards the outfield and falling just short of that second yellow line. So Buchert with one over the fence thus far, and a few shots towards the outfield. She'll take that one, I believe. She's down to her last one, and that one popped up and carrying out towards the outfield, falling just short. I guess not, I must have misheard. That one hit hard. Would have carried all the way to the wall over there. Buchert with a line shot. That one maybe just not quite deep enough, but that'll be a three-pointer. That one popped up high. And that'll do it for Maddie Buchert. Buchert with one over the fence. Hit a few towards the outfield as well, and that'll bring up Ashlyn Diemert from the other West Fargo school. Is Buchert from Cheyenne. Here's Ashlyn Diemert at the West Fargo Packers. Diemert clocks that one. That one sounded good off the bat. It drops towards the outfield. That one popped up into foul territory. Deemer will take that one inside now. She's going to use 2 of her swings thus far. That one a grounder. That one scorched nearly towards the pitcher. That one will carry towards the outfield. That one popped up high. Few swings left here for Ashlyn Deemer. She'll dig back in. And that one, give it a bit of a ride. That one carrying and falling just short of the second yellow line. That one will probably get past the second yellow line. It will as it bounces towards the wall. That one high, but not quite far enough. It'll drop in towards the outfield. She'll check her swing on that one. Last pitch fouled straight back by Deemer. That one carried out in towards the outfield, and that'll do it for Ashlyn Deemer. She'll rack up a few points as she sprays home around the outfield. I'll bring up Haley Schaefer from Valley City.
Up next for the East All-Stars in the Home Run Derby, Haley Schaefer of Valley City.
Schaefer of the Highliners will be the 3rd and final hitter here for the East, as they've collectively notched 1 over the fence thus far. Now Schaefer with 10 swings here, and she'll see if she can add to that tally. That one's got a chance. That one carrying towards the outfield and over the fence. 1 for 1 for Schaefer, and Schaefer getting a hold of that one. And that one's out of there. Haley Schaefer heating up. Schaefer taking those 2 pitches. That one cracked but a grounder. That one popped up, but it's not going to quite have the legs. Schaefer spraying a few. That one will carry just towards the outfield for a 1-pointer, I believe. That one popped up high. That one's got a chance, and that one is gone. Schaefer with her 3rd homer. That one carrying towards dead center. That one might just die, and it does. Schaefer clobbers that one. That one's got a chance. That one just towards the fence, and one final swing here for Schaefer, and she hits a grounder. But a very solid showing there for Haley Schaefer. 3 home runs and a few towards the outfield as well. And that'll be a tough bar to top right there for the West. Haley Schaefer clobbering softballs.
Leading off for the West All-Stars in the Home Run Derby, Paige Hansen of
Here's
Bismarck.
Paige Hansen, who will start things off for the West. Hansen smokes that one towards dead center. That one's gone. Line drive home run from Hansen, and Hansen pops that one up. Dying just short of the 1-point line. That one get a carry out towards the outfield and just drop in for 3 points. Over towards the end of the fence right there. Can't quite get over. That one hit hard as well. That one gonna bounce over for a ground rule double. Schaefer, or excuse me, not Schaefer, Hansen clobbers that one. That one's gone. And another one sent into the atmosphere. And another home run. Hansen now heating up. And she'll pop that one up.
Take your time. Take a breath.
2 left here for Hansen. And that one, a warning shot for the pitcher. That'll increase the heart rate a little bit. High pop-up right there, and one final swing here for Hansen. Go down as a grounder, but a very solid showing right there. Paige Hansen with also 3 home runs. So back-to-back 3-homer showings. Here's Madison Zander from Century. Looks like gonna have to gather up some of the balls around the field, as a lot of those softballs have been given a ride, and a few probably over the fence that they'll need to go grab as well.
Up next for the West All-Stars in the Home Run Derby, Madison Zander of Century.
Zander will look to keep this hot start going for the West, and that one is high. It's got a chance down the line, and it's gone. 1 for 1 for Zander. High pop-up that one is. And it drops for 3 points. Zander clocks that one. That one is over and gone. That one pulled down towards the fence. She'll take a step back out and settle back in. High pop fly right there. And it will drop just short of the fence, over the fence on the bounce. So another ground rule double right there. That one given a ride. That one to dead center. That one carrying back and gone. Zander with another tater. Zander will step out and step back in, maybe catch her breath a little bit. That pitch hit hard over towards the fence, off the wall. Final one on the way. That one's gone. Absolute line shot right there. Didn't have the most height to it, but the exit velocity must have been off the charts right there, as that one got out in a hurry. So another impressive showing, that one from Madison Zander. And the West All-Stars sitting pretty right now in the Home Run Derby. It'll be Ella Roldson who will wrap things up here for the West, as well as the Home Run Derby. Roldson and Schurhammer actually swapped out. Originally, it was supposed to be Roldson would be in the fastest runner and Schurhammer in the Home Run Derby, but a last-minute swap for those two.
Up next for the West All-Stars in the Home Run Derby, Ella Roldson of Jamestown.
So the Jamestown product will dig in and take a few hacks here to wrap up this Home Run Derby. What has been an exciting one thus far. Roldson gets a hold of that one, and it's gone. That one to opposite field. The other one to dead center and over the fence. 2 for 2 for Roldson. And maybe having the legs and just getting out. 3 for 3. Roldson on a roll. She'll pop that one up. She's now 3 for 4, but a very hot start here for Ella Roldson. Line shot right there, bouncing off the wall. Another one, that one carrying towards the gap and gone. Home run number 4 for Roldson. Pop up near foul territory. It'll carry over towards foul territory on the bounce. But Ella Roldson already with 4 home runs thus far. Roldson smokes that one. That one has a chance, but it's just a bit too low. That one also maybe a bit too low, but carrying over towards that 3-point territory. Popped up high. That one's carrying out there, and it's just off the wall. Tough break right there for Roldson, and regardless, a very impressive showing. Ella Roldson, I guess that late substitution worked like a charm, as she tattooed a few softballs out there. I believe it was 4 over the fence, 1 off the wall, and a few other in that 3-point territory as well. So very strong showing for Roldson and the West as a whole. And that just might be the difference maker in this skills competition. We shall see for sure, though, as these results come in.
Ella got 32. Yes, 5 swings each. So So Xander and Wilson both have 32.
In the home run derby, we have a tie for first. Each batter is going to take 5 more pitches to break the tie. Madison Xander with 32 and Ella Roldson for first.
A 5-ball swing off between Xander and Roldson to break the tie. It doesn't get much better than this.
Madison Xander of Century.
Xander will go first in the swing off. That one carrying out towards the outfield and gone. Nice start for Xander. Second pitch is fouled straight back. That one carrying out towards the atmosphere. It'll come back down to earth just short of the fence. That'll be good for 3 points. And that one has a chance. If it has the legs, it's certainly high enough, and it's gone. Nearly hitting the scoreboard. 2 home runs for Xander. Xander has a chance to make it 3 right there, and it will be gone. So Xander with 3 home runs in her 5 swings. Had one go towards the outfield as well.
Jamestown.
Roldson will try and follow that up to dead center, carrying out towards the outfield and gone. Nice start for Roldson. That one carrying opposite field, it won't quite get out, and it might have been just short of that 3-point line. That one fouled off as well, so Roldson will have to be flawless from here on out. That one just short off the wall. That one, no doubt about it right there. That one dead center and gone. And those two with another impressive showing in the swing off the tiebreaker. We'll get the official result here any second now.
Results of the home run derby. Madison Xander wins the pitch off with 18-16. She has a total of 50. Madison Xander wins the home run derby. Second place goes to Ella Roldson of Jamestown with 48. And Paige Hansen of Bismarck, third place with 24.
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are your top 3 for the home run derby. Impressive 2-point victory right there, as that certainly lived up to the hype that event did. Now we'll get the final points totaled up here for the West and the East, as those hitters treated us for a show of some fireworks.
We'll get a final total on the
fewer
team
than a
points
month
coming
away
up here
from the
shortly.
4th of July. To imagine it's going to be a very close finish here between the West and the East. Probably the closest one that we've seen thus far. It was the West that won in 2018 26-12. Then the East in 2019 27-13. Of course, this event not happening in 2020. Those of you who might have missed the opening of this, we had a tribute to the 2020 All-Stars as well.
Final team total points. Congratulations to the West All-Stars winning the skills competition by the score of 26-17.
So there you have it, 26-17, your final here. The West up on top over the East. The West now takes the all-time series lead,
coming up at
2-1
tonight, right here.
We're going to wrap things up here for the skills competition and get ready for the All-Star game. That one, Game 3, going to be taking place at 6 o'clock here on Cost Field here in Castleton, North Dakota. For Eric Tiongson, I'm with Magnitude Sports. We thank you for tuning in for the skills competition, and we hope to see you all again soon for the game. We'll be right back in, give or take, maybe 30 minutes or so with some pregame coverage for the All-Star game, Game 3. But as of right now, we're going to wrap things up for the skills competition and get a new broadcast set up for the All-Star game. Don't go anywhere though, as we'll have that new broadcast set up in a jiffy, and we'll get you some more great softball here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and to order a DVD copy of this broadcast, simply visit msportsnet.com/DVD.